Hello there. And we are live. See ya, ladies and gentlemen. You are welcome to another episode, people, of Prem Talk with Claude and Ola. If you want to flip it over, you could say with Ola and Claude, any which way it goes. And people, yeah, see, I'm here with my guy, my brother, no other person than the Fight Week Show Krona himself, the MMA guy, the fighting guy. Yeah, the fighting guy himself, no other person than Ola of the Fight Week Show. Ola, talk to these people, bro. How you doing?
Yeah,
Happy
man. Big up
weekend.
everybody. Big up everybody watching live, whether you're watching live, whether you're watching on playback. Salute to every single one of you. We're back with the Prem Talk, man. Claude and Ola show, man. You know, I'm trying to say, yeah, man. But I'm doing good, man. The weather's been a little bit. It's been on. It's the weather's diabolical. You saw what was going on at the Emirates today. You see the downpour,
Bro,
bro. I did
broski.
250. Bro, I did 250 miles in that weather, man. Like 5 hour trip, bro. It's crazy.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, man.
Jeez, that's mad, man. That's mad. But anyway, Ola, you're here. So, of course, the show has to go on.
The
The
show
show has
must
to
go
go
on.
on.
You
The
know
show
that,
must
bro.
go on.
The show
See,
must go
Ola,
on.
many things has happened, yeah, and we've not had a discussion about them. First of all, yeah, I want you to touch on that Brentford draw. For me, it seemed like a loss. I don't know about you, but it seemed like a big loss. But again,
Yeah.
on the flip side, on the flip side, Brentford top six. Brentford a tough side to play. We all knew this even before the game started. We all knew this weeks back that Brentford will be a very hard game, and going away from home will be even more harder task to do away from home. Ola, talk to these people. Tell us how you felt about that Brentford game that would drop points, and what do you think cost those valuable points from us getting them.
Yeah, like you. I was livid. I was fuming, bro. And like Aces just said there, salute to Aces, man. I don't have the answers to why they performed.
Big up Aces.
You know,
It says kana.
yeah, big up yourself, man.
Big up Aces. You know
Yeah, man.
what's up, bro. You know
Yeah,
what's
man.
good.
I don't know why we. I mean, after we scored the goal, because we were lackluster up until we scored the goal, up until Madueke scored the goal. Madueke was wasteful in certain phases and play of that game in the first half. It was a bit wasteful, running the ball out of play, losing possession. But they were all at it. All of them were doing it. The only guy that I really thought was trying to do something was Rice, was Hincapie. Those two, I thought, yeah, were red. They were really busting the gut to try and do something. And the other guy that I have to give a little credit to, if there's any credit to be given to any player in that game, was going to be Gyökeres, and I'll tell you why. Even though he didn't score, and I know I've been on his neck, but even though he didn't score, everything that I asked for my striker to do in a game, if you don't score, you got to do some other stuff to affect the game. And I thought his hold-up play was good. I thought his touches were good. I thought his link-up play to try and find players was good. And even the ball that Martinelli should have scored at the end, when Timber
Oh,
passed it to him, Gyökeres was the one that orchestrated that move right there. So I thought, out of all the players, Gyökeres, Rice, and Nkapia were probably the only player that I said really try to do something. Now,
mm,
in terms of Brentford, I gotta give Brentford a lot of praise.
good.
They didn't show no respect at all. Even when they went 1-0 down, they didn't care about that one iota. They brought the game to
Mm,
us. They bullied us. Um, bro, every single 50-50, every single duels, every single
Wolves.
second ball, they were
Mm,
on it. They were on it. They didn't give us any chance. Um, they just didn't show no respect. And when it came to the set pieces, somebody said in the chat earlier on, I think it might have been Prom Ice. Big up yourself, Prom Ice.
Big up Prom
I,
Ice. Prom
I
Ice is my
think it might have
guy.
been Prom Ice, man. Because
Yeah,
when I was
yeah,
doing the
yeah,
watch along earlier on, like,
yeah.
what Brentford out Arsenal. That was the quote. I was seeing Raya begging the ref. Look what these players are doing to me.
These players are doing to me.
These players are bullying me in my own box. Bro, he was mad. It was mad. Yes, live during the game. I was talking about it live during the game. Like, oh my God, look at Raya. Raya's complaining to the ref. He's snitching on these players that they're bullying him in the box. But I thought, what the hell is going on? Raya's out here snitching, right? So, on the balance of play, I think we were lucky to get out there with a point. Because when we scored, I said we need to go and get a second goal. I was saying to Matty, I was saying to Lee, I said, bro, we need to go and get a second goal because the way Brentford has been playing us up until we scored, they ain't showing no respect. And if we don't start, you know what I mean, moving to them properly, we're gonna drop points in this game. And this game wasn't really a game to go and drop points in. You know what I'm trying to say? I was disappointed. I was livid, bro. I was fuming. After a few days calming down and looking at the game, I thought, you know what? I'm going to take that as a point gained. I'll tell you why. We didn't deserve a point. We didn't deserve a point. Yeah, we didn't deserve a point in that game. We did not deserve a point. We didn't deserve anything. The way on the balance of play, when you look at the way Brentford played us, I know we could have won at the end with Martinelli, but so could they. If Thiago looked up and passed,
that went begging.
Nah, bro, like Thiago, bro, we had so much chances. He had chances, bro. Like that's what I'm trying to say. Like the way Brentford played, they had so many. They had better chances than we did. Their chances were a lot more solid than ours, than our chances, and I just felt like, you know, at this stage in the season, when we all look back as Arsenal fans and thinking to ourselves, fucking hell, now we got City breathing over our shoulder with 4 points. We could have been out of sight, and that's the key word. Coulda, yeah, could have been. Yeah, Drewski, shout out Drewski, man. Yeah, could have been record.
Big up Drewski.
Big up Drewski, man. All right, but I mean, bro, we could have been 12 points, 10, 12 points clear, and a game like that, Brentford, we'd be sitting up with feet up, cigar up, say, yeah, you know what, that don't really matter. We just need to regroup like we did today, and then and then move to the next game. So now every game is gonna feel like a pressure game. But then again, not all titles are meant to be walked. Some you have to fight for. Some you have to go through ups and downs, trials and tribulations. The problem for me is every time that I've seen this squad go through trials and tribulations, they've not come out the other end. Right? That's the problem. That's the problem that I have. Tony, you know me well. I've been streaming with you for quite some time now. Why do you think I'm having those feelings?
Bro, the scars.
The scars are there, brother. The scars are there. You be streaming with me a lot. That's the right answer right there, my bro. Yeah, the scars are there. I got the scars. Hey, I've been beaten and battered up with them. You know what I mean? The scars are there, brother. It's hard to shake off. So when you're going through these trials and tribulations, you'll be thinking to yourself, how do we get over the line? How do we come out the other side? And that's the problem that Arsenal fans have got right now. It's not like this is not normal in a title running season. Normally, shit like this is normal, right? But because of the shit that we've been through over the last couple decades and some change, the scars are there. And we need to get over the line for me to really believe it. Because the only reason Arsenal fans are on PTSD mode right now is because we've been here before. We've been here before. You know what I mean? We don't want to go through this shit again, man. We want to get over the line, man. And that's where I'm at with the Brentford game. You know, that Brentford game. In the end, I came to my senses, and said, you know what, maybe that's a good point because we didn't deserve anything out of that game. We didn't.
Okay, Okay, yeah, I have my next question, but again, let's look at what Prom Ice is dropping dimes in the chart. He said Martinelli should have scored that chance, though. Well, look at this
Yep.
one. Arsenal have never in the history of Arsenal been this far in all comps at the same time before. Tough. We must give praise to. We must give some praise to
Yeah, I think that's a
Ateta.
typo. Yeah. No, I think
Yeah,
that's a
it's a
typo.
typo.
Yeah, I think he's saying we must give some praise to Arteta because Arsenal has never been this far in all competitions at the same time
How do
before.
you tackle what you just said now?
Look, I mean, we are where we are. So Prom I saying, it's not lying. Like we've never been this far in all competitions at the same stage like this. I can't remember. I can't remember it. We're always out of one cup or the other. But now we're in February, end of February. January is always sticky. And by end of February, we play two or three cup matches, and then we're already out. Now we're looking at top four. If you look at Wenger years, that's what used to happen. And then all of a sudden we're focusing on making top four, and then that will be the end of our season. Maybe, just maybe, we might hear FA Cup there or FA Cup there, but we've not really done anything in the league. We've not really challenged in a long time to make you think that you're going for the competition. The same thing with the League Cup. We've never really been focusing on League Cup. Like we really even won it under Wenger. You know what I'm trying to say? And the Champions League, you know what happens to us in Champions League. We draw Bayern, we draw Barcelona, we draw Bayern, we draw Barca, we draw Bayern, we draw Real Madrid, we draw Bayern. You know what I mean? They keep giving us all these fucked up teams, man. So our journey up until now ain't be smooth sailing. If you look at the timelines of Prom Ice is telling the truth right here. You know what I mean? We've never been this far, so you got to give some praise to Arteta, for getting us this far. But it's not about getting us this far. We've gone past that. When Henry, Prom Ice, where Henry said, the building is tall now, man. Like, this building is too tall now. I'm trying to say, when we going to move in? You know what I mean? We keep building and building and building. When we going to move in? Yeah. We got to move in. I want to do housewarming parties, bruv. You know what I mean? You set me a parade. I want to do housewarming parties. Yeah, when am I moving in? That's the question on every Arsenal fan's lips right now, man. When are we moving in? The building is too tall. The building is too tall. And I'm sure and this is what I'm trying to say, man said it's still Arteta, and I get it. I understand it. And I said it. I said it to you, Tony. I don't know if you remember. I said one way or the other this season, I'm going to get what I want. Because if we don't win nothing, this brother got to get fired. So go and win me something.
Fact.
Either way, and that's it, I'm going to get what I want. You know what I'm trying to say? And that's how I'm looking at it, Promise. Because there's no point in the middle of the season when we're going as far as we're going Arteta route. Everybody know where man stand on that. You know what I mean? We've been saying that. All I'm saying now is from Berta's done his job. Berta did his job in the summer. He gave Arteta every single bit of tools that he could need. Now look what Eze was doing today, and I know he's against Wigan. Yeah. Look how Eze was today. Yeah. That brother needs freedom. That brother needs opportunity. That brother needs run of games. That brother needs run of games. He needs run of games. Look how direct he was. He was so direct.
Very direct, bro. It was everywhere.
Yeah. We might as well segue into today's game.
Deep to get the ball. It was looking okay. It was marauding around the midfield. It was helping out in counter-attacks when Wigan tried to catch us on the break most of the time, because sometimes it got into this kind of transitional kind of football in the second half. And Eze was down there to help out defensively. He was dropping down deep to get the ball. It was out there trying to take some certain kind of shots, peppering the goalkeeper here and there. It caused lots of problems. He got double assists today. It was looking good with a new lease of life. Ola, what has really happened to Eze in this league games? I know people would say, Tony, calm down a little bit. This is Wigan. Yeah, they would say this is Wigan. Yeah, calm down a little bit. Ola, where are you on this Eze thing? Because I'm not buying it. That this player that was such a hot shot, in Crystal Palace, has now come down to Arsenal and is looking absolutely like a criminal in these league games.
In terms of Eze, I have a theory. And my theory is
Big up, Jim.
Eze is a flair player, is a maverick, right? Is a risk taker. But our manager don't like taking risks. Our manager is a control manager. He likes to manage. He likes to manage risks. He likes to minimize risks, right? It's not. He likes to be in control of things, right?
Yeah.
With Eze is a maverick. Eze is he likes to take risks. He likes to you know what I mean, to light up the game, but that comes at a cost. He might lose the ball trying to do it, but if it comes off, oh my God. And that's the type of player Eze is, right? And some managers, when you have players like that, you got to go and let them thrive. You got to go out and let them do their thing, right? And that's why I like what Vincent Kompany has been doing with Olise over there in Bayern Munich. If you go and watch Olise play, Olise is still the same Olise you saw at Palace. Yeah. He's dropping shoulders. He's dropping shoulders and he's gliding and flying past players. You know what I mean? Doing 2, 3. Olise is still doing Olise things over there. And people will say, yeah, but he got space to do that. But then he's playing in German league. But bro, you could play anywhere. If your manager gives you the license and the freedom to play your game, you will flourish. But when you're playing under a system manager, a control freak like Arteta or a Pep, the good example to this is what happened with Grealish under Pep versus what you see with Grealish now. Under Moyes, right? Because Grealish, he just got. When you watch Grealish play now, it reminds me of the Grealish that played in Villa. Someone that loves football again. Somebody that's enjoying football again. Somebody that, you know what I mean, just loves doing the things that he loves. The things that make Grealish Grealish.
First season at City. Yeah.
Right?
Even his first season at City.
I mean, he held bench a lot in the first season at City, to be fair to see, you know what I mean? And everybody was like, boy, how's this lot fucking keeping £100 million per player on the fucking bench? But he held bench a lot. But that's besides the point. The point I'm making is when flair players go and sign under control freak managers, this is what happens. They dim down their games. They dim out the games, right? But I think Eze needs freedom, which is why even against Liverpool and like let the shackles off, man. Let these players go out there and express themselves. You know what I mean? You got to go out there. All these players are talented, but you got to go out there and let them express themselves. You know, we got good defensive base, right? So there's no need to always be scared, always be worried. You know what I mean? Let the handbrakes off a little bit. Let Rice crash the box a little bit more. You know? Let Eze crash the box a little bit more. Right? And for me, we need to start finding Gyökeres. Like, the runs are there. This brother wants to score goals. Right? And the service again comes from the system. Because if Eze is not thriving, Gyökeres don't get service. He don't get service. And that's why I was happy when Kai Havertz came back. That's why that injury to Kai Havertz really, really, like, that dampened my mood a little bit, because I was happy to see him come back. And I thought, you know what, this brother is going to unlock. He's going to unlock Gyökeres, man. He's going to, like, the way them two going to play together, we're going to get the best out of him. And we started to see it. We started to see, you know, green shoots of them two playing together. And for, you know what, maybe some good could come. Yeah, something good could come out of this partnership. But now,
shout out to from
big up Miss Melina,
who has been holding up the charts. Nems LFC just dropped into the charts. Big up Jimbo, who is in the charts now.
Big up
Miss
Jimbo.
Melina, the first lady of Arsenal YouTube, is down here too, Miss Melina. Miss Melina says something closely related to what you're talking about Eze, But again, look at what she says here. Eze needs the fans behind him to help improve his confidence. Ola, do you feel that the fans have anything? No, I'm just saying because personally, Miss Melina is a personal friend of
I
mine.
hear it because.
But of
No,
course,
go on.
I could go against what she says at times, and she could go against what I say at times, and we are now friends. It doesn't have to be.
Yeah, that's fine. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have to agree on everything.
But again, I don't think the fans have anything to do with this, bro. I think the fans clearly love Eze. They showed, the love for him when he was coming. I think they still support him. I don't think it's something that has to come in from an external point of view. I think it's something that has to come from within the manager.
Right. Look, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna keep it 100, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna be real, Miss Melina. Eze ain't no baby. Eze is not 21. Eze ain't no, you know what I mean? Eze is in his prime right about now. Yeah? He's 27 years old, going 28. Right? We paid top dollar for him, 65 million. Right? And for the fans to get behind you gotta give the fans something as well. You gotta give the fans something as well. This can be, you know what I mean? It can't be a one-way street. Yeah?
Yeah.
Right? The fans pay too much money going up and down the country, right? To not get something back from set players, especially the ones that they endear themselves to, like Eze. Because we see what Eze did against Palace. Eze won the 3 points by himself when we played Palace, right? Yeah. Eze got them 3 points by himself, right? Tottenham game. Eze bagged the hat-trick, right? So Eze has been busy as well with a little assist here, a little assist there, but it's not been consistent. And when you're not consistent, but we know the talent is there, we know the football IQ is there. And I've already give some reasons why maybe we're not seeing the best of Eze, but at the same time, you got to make your own luck too, right? So even though you're having difficulties, and I'm putting that down to the system that the managers put him in, I can also criticize Eze for things that you can see nuances in the game that's not the manager's fault. That's not the manager's system that's making you make this kind of decisions or making you look weak on the ball or making you get bounced off and dispossessed so easily. That ain't on the manager. That's on you. That's a you situation. That's a situation that you need to sort out, right? So, and you can criticize Eze for that. There's nothing wrong with criticizing Eze. It don't mean you don't support him if you give constructive criticism. You know what I mean? Yeah, it don't mean you don't support Eze. It just means you want to see you want better from him. It just means you want him to do well, you know. And for me, there's a difference between like online abuse, which I don't condone or tolerate, but you can't tell a man not to criticize another player or critique another player. You know, especially our player. Like we should be able to critique our player based on what we're seeing on the pitch. And expect better from them the next time we see them play. I don't think that's a bad thing. You know what I mean? I think that's a healthy thing, if you ask me, you know. And like today, right? I cooked Eze last week, and today I praised him, even though it's against Wigan. Even though it's against Wigan, I don't care. Yeah, I cooked him last week, and today I praised him. That's how it goes.
For the first goal, bro.
It was brilliant. The way of pass, everything was perfect. Jesus, the way of pass was just perfect. But again, like I said, for me, I said this, you know, while we was live on the stream. Eze needs a run of games. Eze needs a run of games. And if he gets that run again, I think we might start seeing some level of consistency. Because the stop, start, it don't help Eze either. You know what I'm trying to say? We've seen what this manager is capable of. You could go and score a brace and you hold bench in the next game. We've seen it happen, you know? So, for me, I love my players, but at the same time, I want to be able to criticize them if they drop in below par sort of performances. And the ones that pull their socks up, even in a game that we lose or drop points in, I'll praise them. Like I said with Gyökeres, I've been on Gyökeres' case. all season. You've seen me, right? But if he
Yeah.
does something good, I'll praise him.
All of us.
Even
all
though,
of us.
if he does something good, I'll praise him. Yeah, and I praise Gyökeres in the last, even though we dropped points. He didn't score, but I saw good performances from him. So he get my support. That's just, you know what I mean? We got to be balanced in this thing, man. We got to be balanced.
In this thing,
but salute to you, Miss Melina. Big up Miss Melina, man.
Salute to Miss Melina.
She a homie. She a homie.
Every time she deserves that.
She's a homie, man.
And she says Havertz was helping to give Gyökeres service too, and of course, unfortunately, we've lost him. Prom Ice is here, and I will go back to that topic. What is wrong with Eze is lack of game time. Ola also said that too. Ola, Merino was the first. Opened up the newspapers 2 weeks ago. Merino out, injured. Surgery. Last week, opened the papers again. Tap, tap, boom. Kai Havertz out, banged out. Going to miss about 3 games for the Arsenal, which will be approximately, let's say, maybe like 3 weeks or so. He's slated to miss. He missed the Wigan game, missed the Brentford game. I thought we needed him in that Brentford game more because.
Do you think he'll be back for Tottenham?
He's gonna miss Tottenham. He's also gonna miss Tottenham. He's gonna miss Tottenham, and he missed today's game against Wigan. He's gonna miss Wolves too. So this is the thing now. Yeah, Saliba was unwell and didn't play in that game against Brentford. Benjamin White today, another problem with his ankle today. Ola, what the heck is going on? Why these injuries, keep disturbing us all the time, bro? We can't seem to catch
I tell you like this. No
break whatsoever. Every single time.
Yeah, but you got to look at it this way, yeah. A lot of the teams that we're playing against, maybe apart from City, just like them, they're in all competitions, just like we are. And like I said earlier on, this is the first time we're in all competitions this far into the season. That's a lot of games, bro. That's a lot of games. There are teams that are playing 2 games a week. There are teams that are playing 1 game a week. There are teams that maybe playing 3 games a week, like a Liverpool. You know, they're still in the FA Cup, still in Champions League, and they're in the league. Yeah. But we're playing on all fronts. Every couple of days, every 3 days, there's a game to be played. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's why, because of, and I think if you look at the level of the rotations that we make as well, the amount of rotations that we make, bringing in certain players in, taking certain players out, is helping to keep the squad fresh. Because, boy, if we weren't rotating like we've been rotating, a lot more of our players would have been down and out.
Jeez, bro.
But if you look at the recovery rate of the players as well, they come back quick. They could be out for a little while, but they come back. They come back quick, right? And to me, we have our players returning from injury at a better ratio than most of the clubs around us.
Ola, I get you. Some of them come back quickly, But again, they're not the same no more. So, apart from Kai Havertz, who came back and showed flashes of brilliance. I mean, Saka has been injured. He came back and he looks completely clueless.
Yeah,
he couldn't even get a goal against Wigan.
Bro.
Today.
We keep saying Saka's not fit. You can see he wasn't fit in the last game against Brentford. We got hooked at halftime. He's not fit. He's not fit. You know what I'm trying to say?
Even Odegaard, injured, when he comes back, it's a complete.
That shoulder injury has been bothering Odegaard for a while. He had it like two in a row. You know what I mean? Like back to back. Soon as it came, you know what I mean? Back to back. You know, he had it in a row. Thank you, Miss Melina. Miss Melina agree with me with the Eze situation. You know, it's a system. But look, for me, I think the way that the amount of games that we're playing, it's bound to happen. Look at all the other clubs around us and the injuries they got. You know, everybody got massive injuries as well. So that's why you've never really heard me even complain about injuries too much, because of the amount of rotation that we're doing. And for me, the reason why you haven't seen most Arsenal fans even complain about rotation that much is because the gap, the quality in gap between each positions is not that far off.
It's not
The
that
drop
far
off in quality is not far.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Remember the years of old. You lose a Gabriel, right? And
Up to North Side
yo,
Ray.
big up North Side, man.
Big up to everyone who's coming
You
down here from North
you
Side.
lose a Gabriel or Saliba, and you got Rob Holding. Yeah, that's your next. That's who's next.
Yeah,
you know, you lose a Ben White, and only God knows who's next. You know what I'm trying to say? So look, for me, I think we've upped the quality, and the drop off in quality is not that bad, which makes rotation a lot better. But in terms of injuries, when you're firing on all fronts, injuries are going to be a thing. The question is, have you got a squad that can cope with those injuries? And I think we've answered the question for the most part this season. For the most part, everybody's been injured. Gyökeres has been injured. Kai Havertz been injured. Madueke has been injured. Saka's been injured. Trossard been injured. Martinelli been injured. Every single player in our squad at some point this season has been injured. And we ain't even felt it. And we're still where we're at. This is what I'm trying to say.
But wait, Ola, yeah. This is another one, yeah. Shout out to everyone who's coming in from North.
And we got to talk about Norgard. Somebody put in the chat earlier on, man. We got to talk about Norgard. But when you're ready to get there, we'll talk about Norgard.
We will.
I got to give Norgard his flowers,
right
man.
Now we will talk about Norgard right now. But let me just shout out everyone who's coming down here from Northside LDN, my brother. Thank you, Northside. I mean, the other day I was on a show with Northside and Lee Gunner, where I had to go head to head with them. Lee Gunner was saying that we're gonna win against Brentford, but I mean, you saw what happened. I mean,
yeah, is that a couple of those this season, man? Is that a couple of those this season? Yeah, is that a couple of? Yeah, but at least my boy, is that a couple of those this season?
Yeah, is that a couple of those ones? Yeah, this season. But again, shout out to everyone who's coming down here from Northside. Please smash up the like button, contribute to the channel, and of course, subscribe to the channel. Ola Norgard. Let's get into that. Yeah, I mean, Norgard. See, if Mikel Arteta is that manager that is saying that, you know what, yeah, I want to give chances to everyone in this team. Yeah, I've seen Norgard play much more better than Odegaard in this team, bro. Every single time Norgard has come back, after he came back from his injury, he has been putting in befitting performances, bro. Why is this manager not even putting him in Premier League games? I thought it was a sensible, brother Northside always says that. I thought it was the sensible signing. Why is man not getting a shout in Premier League games? So we need someone like him to have that defensive solidity in the midfield, bruv. We're not even looking at him in Premier League games. In the Champions League game, it's completely, we don't even give him a shout in the team. Instead, Mikel Arteta and his cronies put in Odegaard down there, bruv. And I'm not having it. Bro, look at his game today. Amazing game today from Norgard. But this man is not being used in this team at all. Completely waste. Why did we buy him from Brentford? Anyway, when we know we can't use him. Yeah?
Yeah, man. Look.
Absolute amazing
look,
game.
He gave a fantastic performance, man. And look, every time I've seen Norgard, he's always done something. He's always been alive in the game. He's always affected the game. And he never complains. He's a good squad player. Captain of Brentford. And there's a certain quality about Norgard. He's got a good eye for pass. He's very, very diligent in his job. And you ask him to play centre back, no problem. Ask me to play defensive mid, no problem. Ask me to play attacking mid, no problem. And that's the kind of attitude that you want in the dressing room. because you got to set examples that if you ask a player to go and do a job for you, they just get out there, get the job done. We know Rice is about that as well. You could ask Rice to play centre back, he'll do it. You know what I mean? Ask him to play this, but he'll do it, right? So we need multiple players in the team where you ask them to do something and they're prepared to do it. 1, for the badge. 2, if you want to do it for your manager and run through brick walls for him, then do that. 3, you got to do it for your fans. And that's why I said the fans, it's a two-way street. The fans can't just be getting behind the player without getting fuck all back. That's not how this works. You know what I mean? That's not how this works.
Even the manager was playing him in centre back. Exactly.
Right? You got to give something back to the fans as well. You got to give something back to the fans as well. And if the fans see that you're giving them something, there is no way they won't get behind the player.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm seeing about Norgard. Everybody, I don't see nobody giving Norgard no. You know what I mean? Everybody's they're on board with Norgard. They're not complaining about his price. They're not complaining about his price tag, his position in the squad. What does it bring to the table? I'd rarely hear people complain about Norgard, about anything. You know what I'm trying to say? You know what people complain about? The other guard. The guard. that's the guard people. Yeah, that's the guard people complain about. Not Norgard, the other guard. Yeah, that's what.
Ola, do you want to see Odegaard still play in this team at all? Do you want to see Odegaard don the shirt of Arsenal in any? I tell you
what.
I don't want to see that guy play. No.
There's something about Odegaard that bothers me. And this is fundamentals of football. This is not even like I'm asking him to do something crazy. It's just a football fundamental, especially for the position you play. Right? You know my son plays football at a decent level. He plays football at a decent level. I've seen him play. I've seen some of his teammates play. I know what the coaches are looking from them. I've been in and around academy situations and what the coach. Bro, you can't be taking more than 2 touches. It's a basic fundamental for the position you play, especially if you're gonna make your striker or the striker that you're supposed to be feeding or giving service to. If you want him to get goals, you gotta be able to catch defenders off. And taking 5, 6, 7, 8 touches, don't catch no defender off. If anything, you're setting up a low block before a low block happens for yourself. Because you're taking too many touches. You're taking too many touches. Right? You can't take too many touches. By that time, your opposition is set. There's traffic in front of you. There's nowhere else to go. But if you're playing first time, maybe second touch pass, you're in because you're catching out the opposition. And you'll have better chances to give your striker or your wingers a shot at scoring a very good goal. But Odegaard doesn't do that.
It doesn't, bro.
Odegaard wants to take 5, 6. There's times we do like an Odegaard watch for like 10 minutes when we're doing watch along. 5 minutes when we're doing watch along, we just watch Odegaard. And bro, if he's not hiding behind the player, he's not really making himself available. But he looks like he's making himself available. And then when he gets the ball, you don't release the ball first time. I'm seeing my striker running this way, bending the run that way, bending the run that way, bending the run that way. Did you remember that that video clip that went viral a little while back, where this brother was watching one of our games and he saw Gyökeres bending the run that way, and he kept Odegaard, pass the ball. Odegaard, pass the ball. Odegaard, pass the ball. Odegaard, pass the, and the ball didn't get passed. Right? And that's the problem that we have. It's not like I don't like Odegaard as like a human being or a person, but it's fundamentals of the game. For the position he plays, I think is flawed. And maybe he might change it, because if he starts receiving the ball...
Do you sell him in the summer?
I will.
Do you sell him in the summer?
Yeah, I will. I will. I just think he's too... I just think he's fundamental. I think we outgrew him. For what we're trying to do, I think we outgrew, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? We outgrew Zinchenko. He's gone. You know what I mean? Yeah. We outgrew the Ketia. He's gone. There's players that we outgrow, and when what you're doing outgrows you, you know what I mean? You gotta say bygones be bygones. Like when a snake sheds the skin. Yeah, they've outgrown the skin. Yeah, when a lizard sheds the skin, they outgrown it. A spider when they shed the skin, they outgrown it. They need to, you know what I mean? They need to grow into, and that's what's happening here, right? And if you notice in the Brentford game, Odegaard came on the pitch, and Gabriel didn't even give him back the armband.
Oh my God! Because
Gabriel didn't even give him back the armband, and I'm so glad because if you look at that equalizer, what was Odegaard doing for that equalizer, bro?
Just wasting away, doing nothing. Yeah,
just there doing nothing.
Nothing.
And that's the kind of captain, right? To me, like, that's unacceptable. I've been saying this for a long time. That's unacceptable for me, for a player like that to be the captain of my football club. Not when we got people like Rice, people like Gabriel there.
Gabriel.
You know what I'm trying to say? So
it's great. I mean, this kind of players. Yeah, I'm fed up, bro. Even Saka, bro, he's not captain material. I mean,
and Promise is right here.
Because
Odegaard is an 8 at best.
Much, bro.
It's not a 10.
Saka, we should.
Odegaard is not a 10. At best is an 8, and I will still play Rice in front of him in the 8. Right? Odegaard is an 8 at best. It's not a 10. It's not. He's probably the worst 10 in the fucking league, bruv. You can't take the amount of touches you take being a 10. No, it's just a basic fundamental.
No goals.
You can't take the amount of touches you take as a 10. No, you gotta be able to fucking just look at today, the way how direct we are.
Exactly.
Yeah? Gotta be direct, man. Gotta be direct.
You gotta be direct. Exactly. People who are here from not from the North Side Raid, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to Ola of the Fight Week show. We still have about more 13 minutes to be on this show, people. So come ahead and stay with us here. See, Ola, we were able to beat Wigan today. I mean, how did you see that game, bro? Jesus, you saw that lovely chip from Gabriel Jesus. I mean, it's good to see Gabriel, latch on to some of this goals he's scoring. I mean, people, I want him out by the end of the season, but I mean, if he can score goals from now to the end of the season, I completely have no problem with that. But what a goal. We could see Madueke today, Most of the complaints we've been having about Madueke's his end product. We've always been talking about it. Every other side of his game has always been on progression. He's that kind of guy that would, face
a man goals to his game.
1v2s. He's that kind of guy that would get you ahead. His end product has always been the problem. Ola Madueke.
Has Madueke scored in all competitions, by the way?
He scored in all competitions.
He scored in all competitions, hasn't he?
He scored in the
big up Madueke, big up Madueke, but I didn't even think about it.
In the Carabao Cup.
Yo, he scored in Champions League.
In the Premiership.
Yeah, man. You know what?
Back-to-back goals from Noni Madueke. What do you have to say? Take it away, Ola.
Look, I gotta give him his praises. Big up footy bands thing. Big up yourself,
footy bands. Big ups. Please subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, please, guys.
Yeah, man. For me, look, it's I got press Madueke, right? Because when I didn't DP that he scored in all competitions, but at the same time, I just need his end product to be a bit more consistent, and it's happening. It's happening. I'm not going to kill him too much, but what I am going to say is stop being wasteful during games, bro. Like running the ball out. Like you gotta find your players. You gotta find the players in and around you. But to be fair to him, he's doing what he can. And I remember saying to you when we signed him, his agent said something significant to me, and that stayed with me. And it was the fact that Madueke said, I ain't coming to Arsenal to be anybody's number 2.
True.
Yeah. And given the way Saka has been playing, why can't Madueke stake a claim for that position? Exactly, you can keep Saka on the bench. Why not? Yeah. Because he said, I ain't coming to be nobody's number 2. Well, prove it. Prove it. Take a claim on that position. Yeah, because it's got to the point now today, I've seen them keep Madueke where they kept him and put Saka in the 10.
Exactly, bro.
And they put Saka in the 10. Yeah? So that's how you stake a claim on your position. You know? And on top of that, he managed to score a goal from that position there. So for me, he just got to keep doing what he's doing. You got to keep trying to be better. And who knows? He might keep Saka on the bench. Yeah. You know? He might keep Saka on the bench. And that might even give Saka some much needed time to actually get fit and think about how he approaches his game.
But when you saw Saka today, I mean, does that guy look like a guy that wants to start against Wolves, Ola?
Maybe not against Wolves. I wouldn't mind him off the bench against Wolves. But yeah, definitely not against Wolves. You know what I'd like to see against Wolves. What I'd like to see against Wolves would be Martinelli. Bring Martinelli in. Bring Gyökeres in. Bring Madueke in, and Eze behind them. You know what I mean? Zubimendi and Rice. And let's go and you know, Saliba and Gabriel, they pick themselves. I don't know what's going on with Timber, if Timber's good. You know what I mean? Timber goes there and Nkapie plays on the left. So that would be my team to go and play against Wolves. Obviously, Raya resumes back in goal. So with Raya, Timber, Gabriel, Saliba, Nkapie, Zubi, Rice, Eze, Martinelli, Gyökeres, and Madueke. That would be my team, you know, to put out against Wolves, because this Wolves game is so.
Would you start Martinelli or would you start Trossard? By the way, Martinelli had a good game today, but again, this is against Wigan. But would you start Martinelli?
I'll put Martinelli, and I'll tell you why. You see that chance he missed against Brentford?
Yeah.
Like, he owes me, bro. He owes me, bro. You know what I mean? And I know he paid back in goal today, but I need that in the Prem. And I think against defenses like Wolves, we need a player that's really going to trouble their fullback, and that's somebody that's going to constantly attack them. And Martinelli can do that. Martinelli and Madueke on either side is a long day for their fullbacks, bro. It's a long day. It's a long day of running back. Yeah. If we play it right, if we use the spaces correctly, it's a long day of running back. And then get Trossard off the bench to come and trouble tired legs. And we know what Trossard is about off the bench. People must have forgot. Y'all must have forgot.
Yeah.
You lot must have forgot what Trossard is like off the bench. He is lethal. We know this. Yeah? And we can turn our fortunes around with that, because if we play Wolves, get all 3 points, then all of a sudden we're not really feeling that much pressure going into the Tottenham game. You know what I'm trying to say? And then City would then play their game. At least they'll have a game in hand and we'll have that cushion. And hopefully we can get ourselves together and get ourselves going again on a few games, run in the Premiership. It's imperative that we don't drop no more points.
Oh my days, bro!
From this point on,
no more drop points. Ola, see, our biggest rivals, Tottenham Hotspurs, have sacked their manager Thomas Frank. A new manager has been named for that football club here down the road. Yeah, of course, Igor Tudor, former Juventus manager. See, bro, oh my God, another manager bounce club we're gonna be facing. Yeah, after that Wolves game. Do you think Tottenham will have the cojones?
I mean, Forest had it against us. United had it against us.
Oh my days.
I mean, what's to say Spurs won't get a hat trick? Like, I don't know. I don't know. My only saving grace is them lot of shit at home. Anyways, it don't matter. It don't matter what manager they got. They're rubbish at home. Every single manager they've had, they've been rubbish at home. So that's the only saving grace that I'm hoping. You know what I mean? It's more hopium at
What
this
if he
time,
goes
but
5 at the back against us?
we'll have to solve the problem. But right now, let's not look too far ahead, bro. Like, let's not look too far ahead. Wolves, the last time we played them, we actually didn't score a single. Wolves scored every single goal in that game.
Exactly. Yeah. All goals.
Don't look, bro. Don't look too far ahead. Wolves scored every goal in that game, and we got 3 points. I don't know how we get 3 points without scoring a goddamn goal, but we happen to do in that Wolves game. So they could be on some revenge thing. They could be in some revenge mode, right? So you know, it's not a foregone conclusion yet, and I don't want to look too far ahead to the Tottenham game. Let's get through this Wolves game, and see if we can, you know, get all 3 points in that game. And I want to see performances as well. I don't just want the points. I want to see good performance. You know, I want to see the kind of directness I saw today. I want to see players taking a chance. Players, you know, moving the ball first time, 1-2 touches. You know what I'm trying to say? No, you know, no unforced errors, right? Or at least keep it at minimal, like very, very minimal unforced errors, and just go and earn the right to play. Go and earn the respect of your opponent. You know, and then that way, we know what the job is. The job is go and get 3 points and put a good performance with it that the fans can get behind. Yeah, don't just give a dirty performance and expect the fans to get behind it. We've been watching we've been watching football a long time, and we know what good performance looks like, man. You know what I mean? We know what bad performance looks like. We've been watching football a long time.
Yeah. See, Ola, shout out to Dr. Sable. Big up to Prom Ice, our guy. Lebuma, big up to you, my guy. He says playing with double pivot of CDM slows up our forward progressive passes. We need 2 10s and a lone 6. Ola, we saw Miles Lewis Kelly playing midfield today. Does that tweak anything for you? He
didn't really play in the midfield though, because Calafiori was going to play there, and when Calafiori got dropped in the warm up, they dropped Miles Lewis Kelly in there. All Miles Lewis Kelly did was invert. He just played the inverted left back, and that's how we ended up in the middle of the park quite a few times. But you know, he played left back today.
Unleash him in the middle.
I mean, it didn't look too bad. It didn't look too bad today. Maybe he could come off the bench and do something, because I believe Nkapie will play there, you know, in the next game. Nkapie was fantastic in that Brentford game. He was brilliant in that Brentford game, you know. So I don't think his performance in that Brentford game warrants him to get dropped in the next game, you know. So I think Nkapie will play in that game. I would like to see Nkapie play, but yeah, it's nothing against Miles Lewis Kelly. You know, keep building, and maybe he can come off the bench, maybe play some part in the middle of the park, or even come off the bench for Nkapie later on in the game, and to keep things solid. If Nkapie, you know, is maybe getting some fatigue, because, like I said, the games are going to come thick and fast. The games are going to come thick and fast, because we finished that Wolves game, and then weekend again we're playing, and then it's the next week, and so on. So, you know, and this is the build up to the cup final as well. And most of these players are going to want to stay fit to get to Wembley. Don't forget that. That's going to be in the back of their mind. That's going to be bubbling in the back of their mind. Like, you know what? I want to get to Wembley, man. You know what I mean? I need to try and stay fit.
Exactly. Ola, just before you go, 1 minute before you go. Ola, in all sincerity, we can see Man City, coming back like this, it's now that lead, that 6, 7, 8 points cut down to 4 now, Ola, apart from the deja vu, apart from the PTSD we Arsenal fans have been holding, do you really think, sincerely, forget the gimmicks, forget the game, do you think we can win this league? Seriously.
I think you already know my answer. Yeah, you already know my answer. That I believe we're going to win this league. I've got £50 on it. You know this. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, so I got 50. So asking me if I think we're going to win the league, I already put money on it. So that means I believe we're going to win the league. You know, I truly believe we're going to do it this year. It's looking difficult. We're making hard work of it.
Yeah.
And only us can stop us from not winning this league. And so far, we've exhibited a little bit of that. But the reason why I think maybe it's not like, I want to believe it's not like the other years is because of the additions we've made. And I think we've made strong additions. You know, the Zubimendis, you know, the Yokores, the Maduekes, the Ezes, the Norgads. Like, these guys are making a difference between rotation. And the rotation that I'm talking about is so important. People might not see it, but it's what's keeping us moving in the league. Because if we didn't have all these additions with the injuries that we had, we would have fallen off the table. We'd have fallen off from where we are on the table right now. So I believe we probably the most equipped, along with City, to go the distance. Because I think when Champions League comes back and Europa League comes back and Villa starts to progress very well in the Europa League, they'll have to choose one because they don't have the squad. A lot of their players are injured. The Tillemans, McGinns, they're out of the FA Cup, right? The McGinns, the Tillemans, all those guys, they're injured, right? So soon as they see that they can get fined, they're going to drop off in the league. And they'll just try and win the Europa League anyways, which I wouldn't put it past them to go and win. They're one of the best teams in that competition right now, you know. So as far as do I believe we can win the league? Yes, absolutely. I believe we can.
Yeah. I mean, people, all I've said it here, people, and of course, definitely we have to go. Lebuma says, how would you rate Arsenal season so far? I'll just rate us at 6-7 for now. 6-7.
Yeah, so I think seven is about right. 7 is
yeah.
6, when you 7. Look at the form table, draw, loss, win, draw, like we ain't got clean, you know, form guide in the form table.
And we've not even
the form table don't look good.
Any of the top gangsters. We didn't beat Liverpool. We've not got any win against Man City. I mean, Chelsea. I mean, bro, guys, it is what it is. We have to win this league, But to do that, we need to play more directly. People like Odegaard have to go, and we need to bring his own like Eze and allow him, to just play the way that he can be free and help us out. Max Doman is now back into the team now. I don't know how much Ola would like to see Max Doman play. He could add that in his final note. Ola, tell us what you got coming up. Give us the predictions for the game against Wolves, because you'll be back here on Sunday anyway, so we'll talk about other things. But tell us what you got coming up on your channel, people. People, please make sure you subscribe to Ola's channel, the Fight Week Show. How about that? 66 people down here. Subscribe to Tony Club Gunner TV. Subscribe to Ola of the Fight Week Show. Ola, tell us.
Yeah, man. Big up everybody in the chat, man. Salute to everybody that's watching us. Live, playback, all of that stuff. Make sure you're liking the video, sharing the video, doing all of that good stuff, people. And come subscribe to the Fight Week Show. The Fight Week Show, if you love your combat sports, you know what I mean? That's the place to be. We got content loading. Strickland is going to be fighting Fluffy Hernandez this weekend coming up. Our boy, the Black Panther. The Black Panther is on the EFC card. Again, is chasing gold. We got Adrian Sanchez. Is chasing gold. We got Tumelo. Tumelo is a friend of our show. He was on the Ultimate Fighter for the UFC. He's going to be there again, chasing gold. All these guys are chasing. It's trap season for all these guys, man. So come keep it buck with us over there on the Fight Week Show. We got plenty of content on there. Go and check it out. And if you're new on the show, make sure you're subscribing as well. Big up.
Yeah, big up everyone. See, people, Ola have not given us his predictions for the game against Wolves.
Yeah, Wolves. I'll say 2-0. 2-0 Wolves.
2-0. Okay.
Yeah, I'll go with 2-0.
I will go with 1-0. I think Arsenal will win. But
big up my boy Leroy.
Big ups to Leroy. Leroy, how you doing, my guy? I mean, Leroy have smelt Ola hair. That's why he came down here. Yeah, it's not that. I mean, he doesn't like me again. He used to like me before. Now he doesn't like me again.
That's my fight with show brother, man. You know what I mean? That's my bro right there, man.
Yeah,
man.
big up
That's
to
my
you,
squad.
Leroy, man. Enough respect to you, Leroy. And see people, yeah, subscribe to the Fight Week Show. As for me and Ola, will be back next week. And as for us, we are out. Peace, people. One
Salute.
love.